time it is. It's that official time where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the Powerslams Pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up.
Episode 488, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. We are live and living killer, getting funky like a monkey every wheel, baby. Yeah, that's what we do, baby. Hey, we're going to have a lot of fun like we do just in each and every weekend, each and every week, each and every Tuesday night, going into Wednesday morning. Man, look, long day today is Dr. Chris, and I'm ready to I had a really, really good interview with my boy A-Rye, Kevin Kiley Jr. I already gave Aaron some love because he was here waiting during the countdown. And anytime you give Dr. Chris a what's up in the beginning of the show during the countdown, I give you some love back by airing it. What's up, Ricky? Another first-time interview with A-Rye. Yep, that's my first time interviewing Alex Riley, Kevin Kiley Jr. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Watched Jungle Cruise today. Great movie. Good stuff. What's up, Chris? Thank you for participating, Chris, on the Q&A for Alex Riley. Thoughts on Cena doing a 15 city tour? I mean, I respect that. I respect the fact that he's doing some more work with, doing some more work with the WWE after going Hollywood. So yeah, I respect it. Why would they bear the NXT champion? Vince Russo and I talk about this throughout the. Actually, I'll find my information here on the Twitter page, and I'll send it over. I'll send the link. They actually just tagged me in one of the snippets that they got talking as we were talking about. We were talking about Karrion Kross, and yeah. So go to my Twitter. And I talked about that. I forgot. Let me see. I'll find it here. Just a moment. Here we go. I'm about to send it. I'm about to send the link of how I feel about Karrion Kross. There you go. Just sent that over on the chat. So that's the link after the show, or copy that, put that in your clipboard, and watch it after the show. Danny, what's up, man? Great to have you on the show. Jeff, what's up? Tom Clark fan jumping in. Nice, man. Tom Clark's a good person to be a fan of. Super cool dude. Elvis, your birthday's Thursday. Happy birthday, man. How old do you turn? What's my thoughts on Adam Cole, baby? I've never really been into the Adam Cole hype. I mean, good worker. Charismatic. But I've never been really big into the Adam Cole hype. I think Adam Cole, I think he's out of his league. I mean, not league. I think he's solid competitor. I think he's out of his lane a lot of times when he, as a heel. I know that a lot of times his mannerisms and things like that, but he wrestles like a heel. He attracts the crowd a lot with his promos. He wrestles like a babyface. Wrestles like a babyface. He doesn't do anything like. All the time, he doesn't do anything like really villainous, grimy. He doesn't do a lot of that. He's a good competitor. He's a good in-ring worker. So he wrestles like a babyface. He cuts promos a lot of times like a babyface. He riles up the crowd a lot. His entrance, totally babyface. The whole, especially when he was with UE, the whole boom thing. Everybody said boom. You know, it was really easy to say boom. Very good music. Undisputed Era has some of the best music in NXT history. And his new music nowhere near as good. It's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good. So he did the boom, and he does the Adam Cole baby, and everybody chants Adam Cole baby. So, but they have him as a heel, and the very fact that they have him as a heel is damaging his babyface rivals. So, case in point, they're trying their best to make Kyle O'Reilly a babyface, which I think they should. I'm totally fine with them making Kyle O'Reilly a babyface, but it's backfiring because people like Adam Cole, baby. He's a likable character. And so people are booing Kyle O'Reilly, which makes me upset because Kyle O'Reilly's doing the best he can. He's a really good competitor. I like Kyle O'Reilly. I don't like the like mean side that they're doing now. It's just they're trying too hard to try to figure out what they want to do with this character. So I like the kind of nonchalant type of like rock star gimmick that they had for him for a while. It was I think he had a chance to grow some, get some steam behind it. But now he's just somewhere. Like he's just got a mean streak. Like, okay, I mean that's not really a character. So I think Adam Cole being being as over as he is, he hurts his babyface rivals. We've seen that a few other times too, with Adam Cole. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And the very fact that he beat Bronson Reed last week, I was not a big fan of that at all. I think they should like push Bronson Reed to the moon. Why in the world would they have him lose the championship, the North American Championship, just to not gain steam, lose to Adam Cole? Adam Cole doesn't need to beat Bronson Reed. That was unnecessary. And so it's like you're beating Bronson Reed to extend your feud with Kyle O'Reilly. And I just NXT, honestly, I like the Joe stuff going on now with him and Kross. I like that. But there's a lot of things to me about NXT that I just don't like anymore. The star power is gone. The emphasis of really building your baby faces and your heels are gone. I mean, you had Johnny Gargano, who's a heel, going against a heel Karrion Kross, but now he's going against Dexter Lumis tonight, who's definitely supposed to be a baby face, but Gargano still playing the heel role, but he was inviting the cheers when he was feuding against Karrion Kross. And then Karrion Kross, for a second, he was inviting the cheers too. He was putting his mic around and just kind of allowing people to, kind of inciting the cheers. So he was getting cheered for a second, which didn't make sense. And then he was kind of playing the heel role again, but he was feuding against Adam Cole, who's a heel. It's just too confusing. There's a really, really bad emphasis on baby faces and heels in NXT. Same thing with Hit Roll and Legado del Fantasma. It's like you have two heel factions. You have Hit Row, who's definitely a heel faction, Legado del Fantasma, who gets cheered, but they continue to book them as heels, which we saw on NXT. The very fact that hitting Top Dollar with the chair, about to do the whole chair laceration gimmick with Ashanti. Top Dollar had to pull him out. Hit Row actually gets the babyface comeback, but they're actually being booked as heels still. And it's just NXT is just very confusing booking wise. And I just the athleticism, the competition is cool, but overall it's just I'm not a big fan. Aaron likes my intro music. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Because I want you guys to really understand how much I love chill hop and jazz music. And there's a lot of cool artists and songs. And that's the reason why I spend a lot of time making cool intros because I want y'all to hear cool music that I listen to. So that is that. All right, let's bring in my guy, my good friend, my brother. Yeah. Make the powers, yeah. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, he is the man, the myth, the legend, Evan Tech Pro. How are you tonight, my man?
Doing well. Did I just hear Kross? And how do you lose on Raw each week, but yet the next day you want us to believe you're a formidable opponent against Joe? I'm just trying to, as a good friend of mine said, it irks my bones. It doesn't make sense. I lose every Monday, but yeah, I'm undefeated on Tuesday.
Yes. I am the worst one on Mondays, with the best one on Tuesdays. But somehow we're supposed to believe that, like, NXT is a reputable brand. It's actually a third brand of the WWE product. When every single week he comes out, it makes it seem like NXT is a distant third in the list of brands right now. It's just, it doesn't make any sense at all to me.
I don't get it. It's like I don't know. It's like a alternate universe.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. Absolutely terrible.
Raw's air quote the flagship.
Mm-hmm. Raw, which it hasn't been for a long time. SmackDown's clearly the number one show of all.
It hasn't been for years, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You lose every week, and then you win. It's like an alternate universe. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm gonna make some WWE-ites as use Hogan. We said the NWO-ites. I'm gonna make some WWE lifers upset. I have no idea what is going on with them. We always, we don't take sides. We always speak the truth, regardless of what promotion it is. And we all have friends that work for all the companies. And I have no idea what WWE is doing right now.
No clue. Yeah.
No clue.
And it's like NXT is not like going into, like, if you're bringing in Karrion Kross to make us make our eyes being drawn to NXT, why in the world would you have that guy who's the NXT champ lose matches? And then there's some talk now like, okay, well, they're going to bring in Scarlett Bordeaux because the plan is they want him to lose so many matches that when she comes in, he's going to be like enraged. Okay, first of all, whoever needs, I'm not the one who promotes losing jobs, but whoever brought up that idea needs to be suspended at least. I'm not even going to say fired, but suspended, because that is such a terrible idea. That's like bringing in Randy Savage and having him lose match after match after match, and then when Elizabeth come in, okay, then now there we go. We'll start having him win matches when he brings in Elizabeth. It just doesn't make sense whatsoever with this idea.
But isn't she on NXT?
No, not anymore. She's been absent.
Right, with the saying she's absent.
Yeah, she's been absent.
So did she get grabbed up by the Illuminati? Did she fall in some kind of space-time continuing? She's disappeared? Or are they going to do a storyline that she's the only reason why he wins, but yet he's still winning on Tuesdays, but he doesn't win? It's terrible. How are we supposed to care about him against Joe when Joe hasn't wrestled a match in a long time?
Yeah.
Karrion Kross was undefeated forever in NXT. As you can let me know Joe's last televised match.
Yeah.
And it was going good for a while. All right, this typical trope, undefeated powerhouse. We seen it Oscar Goldberg, our buddy Ice Train, our Charlotte had one. Rhea Ripley, was what's the name? Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
It's the typical undefeated trope. Put up somebody over that's undefeated. They lose on Monday. We get doing on Tuesdays. So how are we supposed to get excited about this match?
Makes no sense at all.
I have no idea.
Last Samoa Joe match was him teaming up against Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders, losing against AOP and Murphy and Seth Rollins. February the 10th, 2020. It's been a year.
And half of that match isn't even in WWE no more.
Yeah.
Murphy and AOP.
Year and a half. Yep. Very, very sad. Thoughts on Bray and Flair being released? Would I go AEW? I mean,
Flair.
I think Flair. I know Flair's doing a lot of commercials right now.
Yeah.
But Bray. The thoughts of Bray being released is a terrible idea. I mean, I don't think anybody in their right mind makes sense out of the fact that Bray's released. WWE. I mean, he was one of the best minds in the WWE. And I think that's the reason why he was released, because he was one of the best minds in WWE. WWE is really all about, unfortunately, nowadays they're all about like having everything be their own. And if your thoughts, if your creativity and all that is above, what they're booking for you, it's just kind of like we have nothing for you. Same thing with Malachi Black. He even expressed that, like he had so many thoughts and ideas, and they just sit him at home because, I mean, they just don't know what to do with someone who's really, really creative. And unfortunately, that's what they did with Bray. I mean, he, as creative as he is, they just really had nothing to do. They had nothing for Bray. And I think there's many different possibilities that he could go. I think he could do an Impact with the K, if he wants to, that would be pretty interesting being with the K. He could definitely do a new leader of the Dark Order. Dark Order turns heel again, type of deal. That would be interesting. There's a few options that he can go, as far as where to go. I think he'll definitely have an opportunity to be creative, like Malachi Black is right now. As far as Flair is concerned, I mean, he's 72 years old. I mean, so there's not much going on for him but just show up, making some appearances. I mean, the only thing that would make sense is that if he comes in with the Pinnacle, with Tully, but that's the only. I mean, maybe an appearance or something like that with Tully against the Pinnacle or something like that. Maybe he manages Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, just because things with Darby Allin or something like that. But other than that, like, I don't see him as a recurring role in AEW. Just
sorry about that, the revert. With Ric Flair is still doing a lot of media stuff. So he's going to be doing a lot of things, commercials, music videos. Flair's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bray, from what I got inside, he was mentally drained. That's from what I got. I think someone even said that on here. They might Ryan said it too. He just was mentally drained and was tired, and then also there were creative differences. I mean, how many times have we seen Bray come up, with Bray Wyatt, Eater Worlds, let me in, and then The Fiend, and then he just crapped all over it. And he keep changing it up. And he just was frustrated. He was set to come back to SummerSlam in August, and then he let him go, which was crazy. And a lot of people inside were shocked. You're like, what in the world? No one saw it coming. So you gotta look at it one or two ways. Since Nikki Khan is like under Vince, and this whole, because what happened is a lot of times you got this pandemic stuff, so a lot of companies trying to use this as like a loophole. And I know Mike Ryan get what I'm talking about for other people that do business as well, of all budget cuts. WWE just had their most profitable year ever with the NBC deal with USA. They make hella money on YouTube. A lot of their money comes in with that investment, all that money trying to basically, like a little kid in the action figures. No, I want all my toys. I'm not using them, but I don't want nobody else to get them. Yeah. So I'm gonna pay all these long-term contracts, and now you can, but you're not. Now it's budget cuts. You letting Bray go is one of the most. If you look at it, the past 20 years, Bray probably in all the wrestling, especially WWE, has to be the most over and original character we've seen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that you let him go, hey, and then I know now a lot of people are like, oh, whoever goes go to AEW. Hey, if he goes there, hey, I mean, if you making the kind of, and like we said before, it was 2 weeks ago. Now you got two companies, and Daddy Khan, Shao Kahn got more money than Vince, far as just he's worth more, not for as he doesn't have as much equity in wrestling, of course, because WWE does.
Yeah.
That's the only place you can go now to make that same kind of money.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean,
so
it's such an overload.
And that's what I was going to say. Is it an overload? Do you really need them? And I think what's best now for Bray, from what I'm getting inside, I'm sure you got, I'm sure Mike has got, and a few other people that I was talking to. My phone was going off. Was it Saturday? I think it was. My phone was going off. I woke up and I'm like, okay, somebody died. Whenever our phones go off like that, be like, all right, somebody died, something happened. Right. So hopefully for him, he gets better. I don't know if he recoups, and I hope if he does go to Khan's World or wherever, like you said, AEW's overloaded. And I hope they don't do a quick shot where we already got enough people as it is. Then Punk is there and Brian. You don't want to have them come in all that together because it's going. So the main thing is a loss for WWE. You don't know what they're doing. Flair's going. That's not really a big. That's just not going to move the needle. No. But that's still Flair. Flair's a pop culture icon. He does what he wants. Bray's gone. Braun is gone. They might sign Braun again unless they're going to let you go and try to sign you back for less money. So now it's like, who else is next that you want to let go?
I think what did I count last a couple weeks ago? 104.
No, 105.
105.
No. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was.
I think it was 104. I counted.
Yeah. AW. You know he ain't going to Impact and RH. You know that.
104 superstars on the active roster of AEW. Counting, I mean, not counting Daniel Bryan, not counting CM Punk, not counting the fact that we could be having Bray. Then you get like your Buddy Murphys, you know what I mean? That that I imagine that they're going to be bringing in soon, or at least potentially bringing in soon. And then I didn't count Chavo. I don't think I counted Chavo at that time either. So Chavo's he's an option now too. And so yeah, it's just overloaded, man. What is one of the worst storylines currently, and why is it Jinder or Drew? Yeah, I mean that storyline is just trash. I mean, like the only thing that's benefiting from the storyline is the fact that Jinder has enough heat on him that it's actually making Drew get cheers, and so I will give them that. But just the whole Claymore sword type of gimmick, it's just terrible, absolutely terrible.
We love Drew. He's another example, and like you mentioned, AEW has 105 now. Mm-hmm. At the people, they got Dynamite, they got Rampage coming up.
Yeah,
WWE probably has just as much.
That's just 3 hours of what I have, dark elevation now. So you have 2 shows on YouTube and It's about to be 3 hours of live television. So that's what, 5 hours. And so, I'll be looking at the ticker tape of results, like when they do that on the Dynamite, and it's like, I mean, no disrespect to the talent because it's good that they're getting an opportunity.
I was like, oh, he's on there. I forgot she was there.
But it's like, who was that? Who was that? Who was that?
Yeah, I remember.
Who was that? Who was that? I mean, it's just like it's nuts to me, man. Like, why are you spending so much money just bringing in people? Just bringing in people, you know what I mean? So,
and that's the thing is, and Drew, and then WWE's and they really need a legit baby face. Yeah. Drew basically got shoved down our throats. Then the fans turned against it. But yeah, and it was so many people you see in Raw every week. And now he's using the same sword from Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
Fighting over sword with Jinder. And why can't Jinder be a formidable opponent by himself? Why does he always need two people or two henchmen? He had we called them Ginger's Kids. Ginger's Kids, the Bollywood boys. Now he has the other two guys. I don't know their names. And Drew is
very shaky. Yeah.
It's like what is?
So I'm looking at Dark, and so Dark and Dark Elevation, and then of course Dynamite and Rampage.
Yeah, both of them are hour shows. Dynamite is 2, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Dynamite's 2. I don't know what Rampage is going to be, but Dark was 45 minutes last week. Dark Elevation was 45 minutes last week. Almost 46 minutes.
Pretty much an hour.
Dark. This, as of an hour ago, it was about an hour and a half. This episode is about an hour and a half. So you're just bringing on just names, just hour and a half of just episode 100 of AEW Dark is what they posted just an hour ago. So I'm lots of. So right now you have Angelico against Pac. Because that's all like tape from Dynamite from the previous week,
right?
So, right. I mean, there's just a bunch. Like right now, I'm looking at some guy. I have no clue who he is. Captain Sean Dean, and I know Fuego del Sol. I've heard of him, but Captain Sean Dean. AEW tag team record 0-1.
Hey, but I mean, they trying to make new stars.
Who are you?
Just like the funny thing flipping with football. It
looks like, and Sean Dean looks like he's served. I mean, he got a great look to him. But he's doing the salute, so it looks like he's military, at least former military. Great look to him. Looks like he's got a lot of athleticism.
Yeah,
but here's the problem, though. I don't know who you are. So just because you have a great look and you've got a bunch of potential, that's a dime a dozen nowadays in pro wrestling. If you don't have some type of build and some type of drawing me some interest. Look, someone with a good look and a bunch of potential is the reason why you're in that spot in the first place. You know what I mean? So you're not anybody or anything different. You got to give me a reason to be invested in your character, and just coming out and saying, "Hey, I'm Captain Sean Dean. I'm on AEW Dark."
Have a nice body. Have a nice body.
I've got a nice body, and just
who are you? We don't know. It's like the funny thing I saw on Twitter today. The NFL, one of the Steelers cornerbacks tore his ACL, And the whole feed, it was like, who is this? Like, we
Oh,
don't know
man.
who you are. Everyone's saying, who? We don't know who you are. We hope you get better next season. Same way with these people. All he's a nice, yeah, nice body, a lot of beef, a lot of job. Grease them up.
You're gonna like me. I got a nice body.
We don't know who you are.
Man, I'm like the fans look so tired. Like I'm looking at the fans. I'm looking at Dark from this week, and I don't ever look at Dark. I probably look at 1 or 2 episodes of Dark, and I'm looking at it. There's a lot of like, looks like the Hardy Family Office and Acclaimed are going against the Seidel brothers and the Hollywood Blondes. So, it looks like Hardy, the Butcher. Yeah, it's not even Hardy Family Office. It's just Hardy. Well, Blade is a part of Hardy Family Office. So Hardy, Blade, and Acclaimed against the Seidel brothers and Hollywood Blondes. And it's just like people are like, I'm looking at the crowd. And people like you're literally doing a whole 2 hours full of an episode and an hour and a half of taping. So people are tired. I mean, like that's. I was wondering why the crowd looked so tired last week. I wonder if they do this. I wonder if they tape this beforehand. Probably because I know it's probably before. Yeah, it seemed like it's before the show. It seemed like it's before the show airs live because, I mean, like this ends at, if it's live, so it ends at 10 o'clock Eastern. And so I imagine they don't tape it after 10 o'clock. So it's probably before. If someone has ever been to an AEW show live, let us know. Yeah, let us know if they tape it before or after.
What was it? Raw? They used to do was a Sunday night heat tape. It was like
so they did heat tapings before Raw, and they used to do Velocity before SmackDown. Yeah, yep. Christopher's asking why don't NXT travel like other brands? I know right now they're like, because of Florida, like they're trying to keep stay packed because they still have people and. Yeah, the COVID restrictions and things making sure that people aren't spreading because they had that problem before where they started having outbreaks or at the Performance Center and stuff like that. So
they just said, I mean, Florida just announced the CDC and no one's out. We got emails right before
they're reversing it.
We got over 16,600 new cases in Florida right now. So it's still out there, folks. Delta 8 and all these other variants.
We jumped almost 1,000 in a day in Ohio here.
Ohio,
yeah, we were 895 yesterday. Today, the third was 1,769 cases. So now the Columbus area hospitals now requiring vaccines for all employees and staff.
Yeah.
Wow. So almost 1,800, which still overall isn't bad. It's still a huge dip from where it was, but we got spoiled. I know here in Ohio we got spoiled in June because June, I mean, like 379, 278, 251, 208, 166, 154. Like we were getting spoiled in June and July, but now it's spiked back up, unfortunately. So something needs to be done. We're paying all this money for medical insurance and medical stuff. Something needs to be done about this. So hopefully that gets better. So. Yeah.
Maryland, our positivity rate is 3.38%. And confirmed cases currently now is 469,910. And we have a positive number that's tested negative, 3,756,277. So I know our positivity rate did go down. Some of our numbers did spike, but not to the level of Florida. You just gotta be careful. Still mask up.
For sure.
Still glove up.
Stay sanitized. Keep your distance. All those fun things. Yeah. August for some reason it's became a pretty bad month for COVID cases, and so everybody be safe out there, man. With all this craziness going on,
Yeah, people
people be safe. Let's see.
Shout out to a buddy of mine, Biscuit, that's listening. First time. Shout out to her.
Oh God, Ric Flair is no longer with WWE. That was pretty good job, Alonzo. That was very nice, very nice there. Very nice take there. Scarlett's going to end up being Lily. That's hilarious. Yeah, Flair wanted him to go a different direction. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Flair's 72 years old. All right. At this point, I don't know. I don't know what creative differences there could be at this point when it comes to Flair. So yeah. Scarlett's gonna end up being Lily. That was funny. Wouldn't have been weird if Corbin would have signed the contract of face Reigns and SummerSlam. I knew he wasn't going to sign, but I was thinking, like, man, that would have been really, really funny and really, really weird at the same time.
Yeah. I like what he's doing with Corbin now too. I do like that.
I totally agree. Yeah, I do like what they're doing with Corbin. I think it's funny. I think they should have let Bronson take the belt off Kross. I 100% agree with that. I've said that many times on the show. I think they should have kept the belt on Kross until WrestleMania weekend and let Bronson take it out, take it off of him. So, what else we got? Yes, Ricky, I agree with that. I feel WCW vibes all over AEW for sure. Can Bray go to Japan? Yes, they're traveling to Japan now, Danny. The Olympics is in Tokyo, so. What else we got? Do I think? Yeah, I think both will show up in AEW. The Rampage gimmick is August 20th, I believe. So it's in Chicago. So I think that's what's that?
Do you think that they're gonna have them debut in within two weeks time, or do you think they're going to drag it out? Because here's the thing: if you have them come all at once, like popular belief, all the AWs, and I was on the media call today with Cody. All of the pre-sales, AW salesmen going good. I got friends that work ticket companies. WWE sales is trash. AW stuff going up, especially for All In or All Out? I get them mixed up. All In.
Well, it was All Out the first year, but now it's All In.
I thought so. Thank you.
Or it's the other way. It was All In the first year, but now it's All Out.
It was All Out. Okay.
Yeah.
So All Out definitely will. So going by a popular debut, possible Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryanson, or his good old buddy Aaron Bischoff calls him Bryan Daniels. He may debut 2 weeks before. I wouldn't have him debut too close. Have Punk debut, and then I would stretch that. You don't want to do anything like a gun. You don't want to just waste all your ammo right away. How them guns just be shooting random. Just like,
yeah.
Stretch it out, because if you have them both debut, they're going to cancel out, and then you're quickly going to forget, oh, yeah, that's right, we got Andrade. That's right, Alistair, or not Black, with a Malachi Black. And who else debuted since then? Chavo, but do we count him? No one cares about Vicky.
Andrade,
yeah. So just
yeah, I think they'll have Punk for they'll have Punk for Rampage to kind of have that initial pop. And they'll have done Bryan Danielson for All Out, and a couple weeks later, you know what I mean? So it is weird. I agree. It is going to be a very tight type of time frame, but I said this before when Vince and I, when we have our show together, I said AEW is just, they just look for the next pop, man. I mean, that's where AEW is. Khan he spent all this money to look for the next pop, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a pop for Rampage. We're going to get a pop for All Out. We're going to get a pop for Full Gear, I think it is. I think that's the next one. I think it's like Full Gear. What's the November pay-per-view or something like that?
Gear. That was here.
Is that Full Gear?
Yeah, because we had the Omega and Moxley had that match, and he got in trouble by the Maryland Athletic Commission.
Gotcha.
I know that. I look at it like this: I don't blame the Khans, Kitty Khan and Daddy Khan, of buying who's available. I mean, get who you can. I just think of the long run of, okay, I'm gonna get these people, but how are you going to use them? How are you going to present them week by week?
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to be able to establish something that can keep the momentum? Because it's one thing you could get a Hall in the Nash again, or back in the day, but what you going to do once you get them? That's the thing. I mean,
yeah. Right.
We got folks. The people talk AEW, Gary, all these people. Let's not forget, back in the 80s, Vinnie Mac did the exact same thing, but it was the 80s before technology. He cherry picked and grabbed every single big talent that he could.
Mm-hmm.
Good friend, the great Lee Paul Orndorff, Junkyard Dog, Hogan from AWA,
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Hennig. He was grabbing everybody that was available, but back then Vince knew how to use them and orchestrate them, and that's why the territories died.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not comparing it, but it's kind of similar in this scheme of now we in this technology age, things are different. Now we're like the millennium, the third decade of the millennium.
Millennium, okay. Man. Sid is coming back.
Yeah, okay. Who doesn't wash his hands, by the way?
Oh, that's so gross.
He doesn't. That's so story.
Oh no.
That's so 3 weeks ago.
Terrible.
I was standing there. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I saw no faucet run.
Oh no.
It was 3 sinks. 3. It was me, Tatanka, some random kid named Peter. Go on the truth. See, it went right behind us, and he wasn't doing no running either.
Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. And then just imagine the fact that you have to he probably has been doing that for a long time, and then he has to wrestle. You have to touch your opponents and wrestle and stuff like that with some dirty hands.
Oh man, it's
that's terrible. That's just terrible. Absolutely terrible.
The Millennium Man, the master of the
yeah. The dirty hands Millennium Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
There we go. Have I been watching the Olympics? No, I haven't. I've been watched some of the stories. I just saw Simone Biles won bronze for the balance competition. There's some other stories that I saw. I mean, I follow the stories. The only actual games that I watched so far this year was I watched the women's volleyball, and my wife and I were in the bed. It was like midnight or like 11 o'clock at night, and I threw the I turned the TV on in our room, and I was like, all right, let's just watch the Olympics on our way to sleep. And so out of the choices that I had to choose to see what sport I want to watch, I chose the women's volleyball because I used to play volleyball, and then US was playing, so I turned it on. So that's all I got. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I like volleyball. I used to play volleyball all the time. So it was cool.
I watched like waiting for Norway to win the gold in curling.
Curling.
I watched some tennis while I was at work. I did watch some fencing. 3x3 basketball was like
3-on-3 basketball. Yeah, I think we won a gold or something like that on 3-on-3.
Yeah, it was the bronze match last week.
Was it bronze? Okay.
No. The U.S. I think we did win a gold, but the match I watched was bronze. It was like Soviet or some against Croatia, some team, and I didn't know 3x3 is different rules from 3 versus 3. It's 3x3 and 3-on-3. I was kind of confused, but that was cool. That's really all I pretty much watched. You have no choice, pretty much. Handball.
Yeah.
Like handball.
Am I into fantasy football? I played it one year, and I couldn't get into it. So, yeah, man, we got DeMar DeRozan, we got Lonzo Ball. So yeah, this should be pretty interesting. I'm a very just kind of ESPN at the gym type of NBA fan. I have been for the Bulls. The Bulls has been a complete 90s team. There's a couple times we made it to the playoffs in the 2000s, but I mean, we have not been very good overall as far as say that again.
Derrick Rose kept getting hurt in years, remember?
Yeah, he kept getting injured. So we've had some people. We've had Joakim Noah, we have New Dane, we've had Jimmy Butler, you know what I mean? So Ben Gordon. So we've had some names. Kurt Heinrich was pretty solid one. So we had some names, but I think at this point it's sad to know, but hey, man, the Bucks they won a championship for the first time in 50 years. So since Leo Alcindor. Yeah, man.
Was that
71? I think 71. I think it was 71 last time Milwaukee won. I think it was 50 years. The 50-year anniversary of the last time they won. Yeah, let me see. Let me check and see.
Well, you can always be. 71. You're right.
71. 50 years ago. Yep.
You can always be like. You can always be the current. How we was just talking about how AEW's buying up new people, or how WWF used to do. Be like the Lakers, and it's buy all the best teams. You got Russell Westbrook, and you got Carmelo Anthony. You already got one eyebrow Anthony Davis. Yeah. So I already know people just fuming over the Lakers what they got. But hey, I mean, I don't blame Melo. I mean, Melo, look, I'm trying to win me a ring. Westbrook was close to gave the Thunder with him
and KG. No, KG was OKC.
Was it Durant? Was it Durant?
Durant. It was Durant. It was KD. Yeah.
It was Durant. Because he couldn't get past the Warriors.
Right. Yeah, I followed her around that time because when I was like, I like the Golden State Cleveland rivalry, so I like Steph Curry. So yeah, I followed her around that time a few years ago, but I've been like in and out, and so we'll see, man. I mean, we'll see where my Bulls go, man. With Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan. So we shall see. All right, man. I think we're going to head on out. No more Ask Dr. Chris. And yeah, so we shall see where Karrion Kross goes from henceforth, and we shall see. I like these questions that are outside of wrestling too. Olympics and fantasy football and all that. Last Ricky's did you reckon Vince was lying when he said he didn't see AEW's competition?
He
I mean, that was a report. We didn't. That wasn't an actual tweet, was it? I know
No,
that.
it was on the investor. It was doing the investor call.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He was saying
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's about him investing, AEW investing in their talent, and Vince mentioned something where, well, they need some help. We can help them out, and then 2 days later, Ray gets released. So that's what the report says.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he views them as competition as of right now, because he probably doesn't really follow the product and really cares.
He didn't follow WCW when it was.
Yeah, exactly. Got a question though. I think Almost and AJ Styles are the best tag team on Raw. I mean, they're the champs. I don't think they're the best tag team. But do I see Almost as a future WWE champions if they don't release him? No.
You know why? You know why? It's gonna sound so mean, but it's Vince. I guarantee you, Vince doesn't like his face. Vince is he has.
Well, they made him tag champs, man. So obviously they like something about him.
But that's different because he got a tag champ you can hide because you got AJ.
Yeah, he's got AJ. Yeah,
as the face, WWE Universal. That's not appealing face to be WWE champion. What's his name? Omos Osmos. Nah, I mean he's growing. I'm happy for the dude, but the thing about me, you got the Sids and you got the Nashes and
but at least they had charisma. At least they had charisma. Yeah. Both Sid and Nash has charisma. One, and for two, they got some type of moves. Like
that's my point. It's no charisma.
Omos has nothing. I mean,
and the only reason Kylie got it because he's from India.
Yeah, I mean that was a business move. Yeah, that was a business move for sure. So we shall see. Aaron is asking, do you think Vince is trying to ruining every talent from Triple H? I mean, I won't say he's trying to, but I will say I will say that there has been some head bumping between the two. So yeah, we can see that even with the way that Vince books talent on the main roster. So then he's asking Nash had almost his money on Broken Skull. Can I trust that? No, I can't trust that because I don't see almost as money. I haven't seen that Broken Skull yet. I've seen all of them. I just finished watching the Godfather one at the gym.
I just watched Foley
a couple of days ago or yesterday.
Foley just today.
I'm about 20 minutes into Foley's so far, so it's actually pretty good. So, and I haven't seen Nash's yet. I'm gonna watch it after Foley's.
And Foley's Now I'm a little behind because I didn't watch like the Bailey or the Sasha one yet. The one with Foley is the first one in a while that there were no shots taken because I don't think Foley drank alcohol like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So Austin ain't doing these shots with Foley. I'm pretty sure he did with Nash.
Yeah,
I haven't watched Nash yet, and I don't know about Bailey and Sasha. But it's like I really enjoy the Austin ones. How he different. Austin's doing a really good job with that.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys gotta have a good guess because when you start bringing in people that we really don't care about,
Shane McMahon has been appointed executive chairman of the board for Ideanomics.
Ideanomics.
Yeah, fuel cell industry portfolio in support of broader AV hydrogen fuel cell industry. Okay.
Yeah. Shane is not buying AEW. Christopher, right?
I have no clue. I'm gonna buy AEW. No, his income pales in comparisons to the Khan's family. Shane's a multimillionaire. I mean, he can't hold a candle to the Khan fund. Yeah. Ideanomics is a global company focused on the convergence of financial services, and this is from PR Newswire, and industries experiencing technological disruption. How does he how does he get a part of these companies? I mean, what? I don't understand it. They said he was a part of it for like, so he's been with the company since 2010 and previously served as vice chairman. Okay. Gotcha. Ideanomics. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, Daddy Khan's worth $8 billion. I think Vince is like $4 billion, I think.
Yeah, I think he's like a little over 3. I think he tipped 3.
Because remember,
1.9, Vince.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yo, because remember, Vince was a millionaire during the Monday Night Wars till Teddy Turner came up, and that helped boost him to $1 billion.
Yep.
So
let's see. Chad is 8.1. So over 4 times more richer than Vince McMahon.
Hey, what happened to Master P? Master P said
Tony 7 billion.
Tony 7? Wait,
Yes.
Kitty Khan is 7?
$7 billion, ladies and gentlemen.
Kitty Khan is more than Vince. He's like $1 million less than his dad.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You know what, Vince? I'm Tony Khan, and I'm 2.5 times richer than you. That's hilarious. Oh man, wow.
That's funny right there. Master P said he was still, Master P promotion could come up.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Master P wanted to do something. Yeah.
There you go.
What's his network? Oh yeah, Ahmed Johnson coming back.
Nasty. He's million, I think.
200 million for Master P.
200 million, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so he's going to bring in. Ahmed Johnson's going to be a world champion.
Oh man, that's
for his promotion.
He can't move.
Yeah, sadly.
Was just sending millions for the title for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it said like the different spawns of like
Clarence Mason to come back and be the manager. He'll be the. He'll be the guest. He'll be the special consultant. Clarence Mason. Big Swole will come back and he'll be he'll be the enforcer. Yeah.
My man. What's my man name? King Parsons.
Yeah, Iceman. Yeah.
Yeah, bring back Iceman.
There you go. Yeah, I have.
He's still alive, right?
Iceman. Yeah, I think he is. I think so. Let's see. Iceman, King Parsons.
Yeah, he's still alive.
71 years old, man. I gotta get him on my show.
Pistol Pace.
Man, I used to be a King Parsons mark. And I think it was the either World Class or USWA when he turned heel, and I was devastated, man. I was devastated when
he was a heel. I think it was World Class because he was
World Class.
It was World. He turned heel.
Yeah.
Then he did he have like an alliance with Devastation Incorporated when he was going to get Jimmy Valiant?
Let me see. I'm looking at might have been Global. Let me see.
Yeah, Global.
UWF 92. He went to Global with Jackson as the Blackbirds. Feuded with the Ebony Experience. He turned heel before that though. Mid-Atlantic 83, UWF 1987. Okay. World Class. Yep. So in March 98, he defeated Kerry Von Erich for the World Class Heavyweight Championship in a highly controversial bout that actually saw the lights go out in the Dallas Sportatorium. So yeah, he was pushed pretty heavily in World Class. I think it was World Class was where he turned.
They just got a recent picture of gotta be recent. Him, Sting's wife, and this looks like Tim White.
Iceman?
Yeah. Look it up on Google. It's a picture of him, Tim White, Sting, and Sting's wife.
Oh, I see it.
You see it? And this is the same picture, the same day he
Oh,
had
that's his Facebook page.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at him now. I'm back. September 3rd, 2018. I'm back, and he had a video and stuff like that too.
Speaking of black wrestlers, you know who they're going to use too? Oh man, Johnson Stable. Oh man, Heaven High, Thunderbolt.
No, that's not Tim White. I don't know who it was. Probably some type of promoter. It's some type of promoter. I'm on Iceman Parsons' Facebook page right now.
Have old man Thunderbolt Patterson.
Thunderbolt, man. Thunderbolt Patterson. He passed away, didn't he?
No, I thought he's still alive. I think Thunderbolt's still alive, I think.
Yeah, 80 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what he always types when text when he's done. Heaven High, brother.
Okay. 80
man.
years old. Very impressive.
If anybody want to be amused, if you get bored watching Raw, that most of us do, look up that Slamboree match. What was that?
Legends Reunion. I think it was 93, wasn't it?
93 Thunderbolt against that match was ugly.
I remember that. It was 93. It was definitely Slamboree 93. And I was watching that. It was terrible. Him and Brad Armstrong against Ivan Koloff and Baron Von Rossky.
Yeah, I think it was a hit.
94 was so that was his Slamboree involvement. It was 93. Yeah, the tag match. I remember watching Slamboree 93. It was pretty bad. Wahoo was in the 95 Slamboree. All right, Wahoo. Good stuff. All right, y'all. What's Dr. Chris's net worth? Starts with a B. You know what? My network does start with a B, and it stands for blessed. Boom! Or boom, as Adam Cole would do.
What do you think about him? Do you think that he gonna stay around, or you think he gonna go with his boo bear AEW?
He did the extension to finish up the feud with Kyle O'Reilly. There's nothing really left for him to do. I just sent the message to Iceman King Parsons to come on the show, unscripted. Or I might just bring him on here. But all right. I don't there's nothing else for him to do, really. I mean, it's just
he ain't going on the main roster.
Yeah, they're not going to really do much with him on the main roster.
Him, my buddy Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, they going to be NXT.
I definitely don't see Fish and O'Reilly doing the main roster. I mean, Cole out of anybody would, but I don't see them using him properly on the main roster. Definitely not Fish and O'Reilly.
You might as well go back to Red Dragon and RH or do some Impact stuff or.
Yeah, I can see Red Dragon coming back in ROH. I think O'Reilly will be in NXT for a while. Fish is kind of lost in the shuffle right now, unfortunately.
I did hear that too earlier today. Ring of Honor is ready to pay, so they have been looking at Cole. So.
Yeah, I mean that's where he made his mark. Mostly was Ring of Honor. So. We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, 488 episodes in the books. He is Evan Tech Prout. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone, baby. And this is the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. Until next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you.
We don't pipe in no crowd noise.
Oh, they're piped in crowd noise.